in the earlier class we have discussed about the tag handler class. Okay, let me recollect what are the things that we have discussed in the earlier class. In the earlier class we have discussed the process of developing a custom tag. Okay, in the process of developing a custom tag, why a custom tag is used? If there is a repetitive or if there is a reusable business logic that is supposed to be executed on a JSP page. Okay, if there is a repetitive business logic that is supposed to be executed on a JSP page, rather than writing the repetitive business logic again and again in the JSP page, we write that repetitive business logic through custom tags. So that business logic will be written in a tag handler class, and the tag handler class will be used, or the business logic in the tag handler class will be represented in the JSP using a tag. Okay, the first step of development of a custom tag is develop a tag handler. Okay, this is the first step of development of a custom tag. Develop a tag handler. Okay, the tag handler contains the business logic of any tag in a JSP page. Okay, either it is a inbuilt tag, like in the JSP page we have some inbuilt tags. Okay, which is use bin, set property, get property. All these tags are inbuilt tags in JSP. Even for the inbuilt tags, okay, a backend tag handler class will be there. So for each and every tag in the JSP page, there should be a tag handler class. Okay, even for action tags, there will be tag handler class which will be developed, which are already there in the JSP API. Okay, so for the tag that we develop, we should write a tag handler class. Okay, tag handler class contains the business logic that we execute related to the tag. Okay, so in order to develop a tag handler class, first develop a class which implements with tag interface. Okay, and override all the 6 methods of the tag interface. Okay, set page context, set parent, get parent, do start tag, do end tag, and release. Okay, set page context method is used to set the page context of the JSP inside the tag handler. Okay, set page context method is used to set the page context that is available in the JSP inside the tag handler. Okay, it will make the page context available to the tag handler class. Okay, set parent, it will make the parent tag available to the tag handler class. Get parent, returns the parent. Do start tag. Okay, if you want to execute any business logic at the starting of the tag, we use do start tag. Do end tag. If you want to execute any business logic at the ending of the tag, we use do end tag. Release, it will be used to execute some shutdown kind of activities which will be similar to destroy method of a servlet. Okay, now let's consider like the tag, name of the tag that we are going to develop is hello tag. Let me consider that the prefix is HCU. Okay, and this is starting of the tag, this is ending of the tag, and this is body of the tag. Okay, and let me execute some content like this is content after the tag. So now if we write this is the tag, okay, this is the tag, and this is the starting tag, and this is the ending tag. In between starting and ending tag, if you write a content, that is called as a body of the tag. Okay, body of the tag. Now first starting tag, then ending tag. In between starting and ending, it will be the body. Okay, then at the starting of tag, okay, at starting of the tag, the do start tag method will be executed. Do start tag will be executed at starting of the tag. Okay, so if do start tag method can return 2 values. Okay, either eval body include or skip body. If do start tag returns eval body include, if do start tag returns eval body include, then body will be executed. Okay, if it is skip body, then this body will not be executed. Okay, now after do start tag, the controller will come to do end tag. Okay, so after do start tag, the controller will come to do end tag, and in the do end tag, if the do end tag returns eval page, then the content after that end tag will be executed. Okay, and if do end tag returns skip page, okay, if the do end tag returns skip page, okay, then the content that is there after the ending tag will not be executed. Understood? And release will be used, okay, to execute certain kind of activities inside the tag handler. Understood about the methods of a tag handler class and what eval body includes skip body or eval page and skip page will do? Okay, now let me try to. Now, once we have a tag handler class, we need to configure this tag handler class, okay, so that it will be available in the JSP page. Okay, now where we can configure this tag handler class? Okay, where we can configure this tag handler class? This tag handler class will be configured in a file which is named as TLD. Okay, it is tag library descriptor. TLD means tag library descriptor. TLD means tag library descriptor. Tag library means library of tags, a set of tags. Okay. In a normal library, we have a set of books. In the same way, in a tag library, we have a set of tags. Okay. TLD file contains the description of all the tags that we develop. Or TLD file contains the description and configuration of all the tags that we develop. Okay. TLD file contains description or configuration of all the tags that we develop. Okay. Let me develop a TLD file, and okay, this TLD file should be parallel to web.xml. Most probably, TLD files will be parallel to web.xml. That means, where it should be? It should be there in the webinf folder. TLD files, most probably they will be there in the webinf folder. TLD files, most probably they will exist in the webinf folder. Okay, so let me make them available. A new file. The name hello.tld. I have developed a new file with the name hello.tld. Okay, so even a TLD file will have a similar syntax of XML. Even TLD file will have a similar syntax of XML file. Okay, it will have a root tag, child tags, and all. Okay, then the root tag of TLD file is taglib. Taglib is the root tag of taglib is the root tag of critically defined. Inside the tag lib, we have tlib version. Okay, the version of tag library. In general, it will be 1.0, 1.0, but we call it as 1.0. Okay, tlib version is the version of the tag library. In general, it will be 1.0. JSP version is the version of the JSP that we are using. There are several versions of JSP: 1.1, 1.2, 2.0, 3.0, like that. But I have used 2.0, 2.0 version of JSP. Like JDK has 5.0, 6.0. Even JSP has different versions. Okay, I have used 2.0 as the version of JSP. Okay, tag library version, JSP version, and will provide the URL of the tag. Okay, the URL of tag. Let me provide. I can use anything. Just for reference purpose, I have given http://rajesh.com/tags. Okay, I'll give the URL that represents the tag library. Okay. Okay, this set of configurations, this set of tags should exist only once in a tag library. tlib version and JSP version on URL. These three tags should exist only once in a tag lib. Okay. The root tag is tag lib, and it has child tags tlib version, JSP version, URL. Okay. tlib version represents the tag library version. JSP version represents the version of JSP that we are using. URL represents any URL. Okay. We'll see later on why this URL is used. Okay. And then we configure all the custom tags. Okay. Now the custom tag is configured in a tag interface. A custom tag is configured in a tag with the name tag. The name of the tag is tag, and the tag is a child tag to tag lib. This tag is a tag which is a child tag to tag lib. Okay, all the custom tags will be configured in the tag whose name is tag. The name of the tag itself is tag. Understood? And the tag, we have a child tag with the name. Name of the child tag is tag. Okay, let me represent hello tag. Let me give the name as hello tag. Okay, you can write afterwards. I'll give some time to note it down, but observe what I am doing. Okay. Now the name of the tag is hello tag. Okay. Now next tag is tag open class. What is the tag handler class? What is the tag handler class? We should give the tag handler class along with the package structure. Dot. What is the tag handler class? Hello tag. Okay. We can give some optional description. Description of the tag. Okay, description, optional description of the tag. But name and tag class are mandatory child elements, but description is optional. For a tag, there are two mandatory child tags, name and tag class. These two are mandatory, but description is optional. Okay, the description just it is optional, which will describe the tag, why this tag is used. Okay, but it is a better standard to write the description so that if we provide our TLD to somebody else, they can understand why this tag is used. Okay, understood? So we should write the name of the tag handler class, and description. Okay, so now let me come to the JSP page. Now how I can import those tag libraries? Okay, how I can import those tag libraries? Okay, in a JSP page. See, we have a tag handler class and we have configured the tag handler class in a TLD file. Okay, and the next step is how to make use of that TLD configuration in a JSP page. Okay, I told earlier there is a directive with the name taglib. Taglib directive is used to import external tag libraries. Okay, taglib is the directive which is used to import external tag libraries. Okay, this is a directive that we use to import external tag libraries. Okay, the syntax is %taglib. Taglib directive will take two attributes. The first attribute is URI. Okay, to the URI we can give either this or and let me give the name as prefix as let's see. Okay, the URI. Okay, either we can give the physical location of the TLD file or even this URL. We can give either this URL or the physical location of this TLD file. Now, did we give the physical location of TLD file or the URL of the tag library? Here, did we give the physical location of TLD file or the URL of tag library? Physical location of the TLD file. Okay, we can give either physical location of TLD file or the URI of the tag library. First, I have given the physical location of the TLD file. So let me remove this. Now, how you are using action tags? Prefix of the tag, colon, name of the tag. Okay. In the same way, what is the prefix of the tag? Let's see. What is this one? Colon, name of the tag. What is the name of the tag? You see the TLD file? What is the name of the tag? Hello tag. Okay, this is how we can develop and we can make use of a tag handler, custom tag. This is what the complete life cycle of a custom tag is. The first step is develop a tag handler class, and the second step is register tag handler in TLD file. Okay. The third step is import tag library. The first step is develop tag handler. Second step is register tag handler inside TLD file. Okay. The third step is import custom tag library. That means TLD inside JSP page. The fourth step is use the tag with prefix. These are the 4 steps in your usage of custom tag. Okay, the first step is develop a tag handler class. Okay, yes, we have developed a tag handler class. Okay, we have seen how we can develop a tag handler class. The second step is register the tag handler in a TLD file. Register the tag handler in a TLD file. Okay. Now, how we can register the tag handler in a TLD file means, register a tag handler, in a TLD file whose root tag is taglib. Taglib is the root tag of what we call TLD file. Okay, taglib is the root tag of TLD file. In taglib, TLib version, JSP version, URL and tag. These are the child tags available. Okay, TLib version represents the version of the tag library. JSP version represents the version of the JSP that we are developing. Okay, URL represents the URL of the tag library. Okay, and tag represents represents the configuration of the custom tag that we have developed. Okay, in a tag we have multiple child tags. Okay, name represents the name of the tag that we need to use on the JSP page. Okay, tag class represents the tag handler class. Now we are mapping name of the tag to tag handler class. Okay, and description contains the optional description. Okay, now once the tag is registered, once the tag handler is registered in a TLD file, the next step is import the TLD file inside the JSP page using a taglib directive. The taglib directive contains 2 attributes. One is URI, second one is prefix. Okay, now if you give in the URI, either we can give the physical location of the TLD file or the URI of the TLD. Either we can give this URL or we can give the physical location of the TLD file. So first I have given the physical location of the TLD file as /webinf /hello.tld. Inside webinf we have hello.tld. Okay, and the second attribute is prefix. Okay, the prefix represents the prefix that is supposed to be used for this tag library. Now, in this tag library there might be 100 tags configured. In this tag library we may configure 100 tags. All those 100 tags should be used with a prefix HCU. So we are using this tag hello tag with a prefix HCU. So let me go to the reverse. If we use HCU.hello tag, first it will try to find a tag library configured with prefix HCU. Now is there any tag library which is configured with prefix HCU? Yes. Then what is the URL? We'll go to the URI and we'll search for the corresponding TLJ file. In that TLJ file, it will search for a tag with the name hello tag. Now we are using hello tag. Do we have any tag with the name hello tag? Yes, there is a tag with the name hello tag. Okay, now it will go and execute that tag handler class. Understood how custom tag execution will be done? Okay, let me try to execute this JSP page. So this hello JSP, we see here set page context, set parent, do start tag and do end tag. Okay, the execution is first set page context is executed, set parent is executed. If there is no parent, okay, get parent will not be executed. Okay, do start tag and do end tag is executed. Okay, is it executing release method? No, release method will not be executed. Okay, until the tag is destroyed. Okay, now let me try to stop the server. Let me try to stop the server. If I stop the server, then is it executing the release method? Is it executing the release method? Yes. Just because when we stop the server, okay, all the tags will be released. All the custom tag handlers will be released. Okay. Either if we don't use the tag for some time, or if we stop the server, then the release method will be executed. But if we execute the tag handler, sorry, if we execute a custom tag, then all these methods are executed sequentially. Okay. Set page context first, then set parent, then do start tag, do end tag and release. Sorry, release will be executed only at the end. Get parent will be executed only when there is a parent, but there is no parent here for this tag, so get parent is not executed. Understood? So the execution, the order of execution is first set page context, then set parent, do start tag, do end tag, and then optionally release. Release may be or may not be executed after doing tag, but if the tag is idle for some time, then release will be executed. Okay. Now let me use this tag for multiple times. Let me use 3 times. Okay. Let me use this tag 3 times. Okay. Now let me clear the console. Just click here, it will give the console and clear the console by clicking here. Okay. So after clearing the console, just let me try to execute this JSP page again. Let me refresh this. So the JSP page is refreshed and see. Okay, now how the methods are executed? First set page context. Let me clear this. Let me execute again. Let me refresh the page. Browser is refreshed. Then how the tags are executed? First set page context, set parent, do start tag, do end tag. Set page context, set parent, do start tag, do end tag. Set page context, set parent, do start tag, do end tag. So all the methods of a custom tag handler are executed for each and every tag invocation. For each and every tag invocation, all the methods of tag handler are executed. Set page context, set parent, do start tag, do end tag. All these methods are executed for each and every tag invocation. These 4 methods, set page context, set parent, do start tag and do end tag, will be executed for each and every tag invocation. Okay? But release will not be executed until the tag is released. The tag is destroyed. Okay? These 4 methods will be executed for each and every tag execution. So, these 4 methods will be repetitively executed for each and every tag invocation. The tag is used for 10 times. All these 4 methods will be executed for 10 times. Okay? Let me execute this only once. Okay, let me execute only once. So, refresh the page. Okay, these are executed only once. So, since the tag is idle, for some time, okay, just we have this release and again these are executed. Okay, I think this one URL, it's URI. Okay, let me clear. Let me refresh. Let me go there. So, since it is idle for some time, release will be executed. Set page context, set parent, do start tag, and do end tag. Again, release will be executed. Okay, understood how it will be? Now, actually in Eclipse, if you go for control space, this should come. This URI also should come. I'm not sure why it is not coming. Let me give 1.1 as a version. I'm not sure why it is not coming, but we can access the content of TLD file even using this URI. It's possible to use that, but in Eclipse it is not coming. I'll let you know later why it is not valid. Okay, but we can give the physical location of the TLD file as well as this URI. Okay, as well as this URI. Okay, the tag name is URI, not URL here. Okay, we can give this URI the value of this URI. Okay, as well as the physical location of this TLD file as attribute inside the taglib directive URI attribute. Understood? So, the taglib directive URI attribute value can be either the physical location of the TLD file or it can be the URI of the tag library. Okay, and it should have a prefix, and all the tags inside the tag library can be used using this prefix. Understood? It's how it will be. It's how the custom tags are developed. Okay, do you want to note it down, or will you note it down using videos? We can refer to videos, right? To note all the examples. Okay, we'll go to the next concept then. Okay. But if you want, you can note down the steps. These are the 4 steps that we need to do in a custom tag development. Some people are complaining that videos are not that much clear, so voice is very less. Is it the case with you? Even in YouTube? Huh? అర్థమవుతుంది యూట్యూబ్లో డైరెక్ట్ పెట్టినప్పుడు అర్థమవుతుంది okay what are the 4 steps that are involved in development of custom tags. The first step is develop a tag handler class. Second step is register the tag handler class inside TLA file. Import the custom tags, library inside the JSP page, and the fourth step is use the tag with the okay. Now that's it, the basic process of development of a custom tag. Let me show you how. Let me try to execute this. Tag is being executed. Now what I'll do is in tag handler. Now after the tag and before the tag, let me write some content. For custom tag, and let me give a break. After custom tag, before and after custom tag. Okay. Now let me try to execute this. Now before custom tag is executed and even after custom tag is also executed. Now just because the do end tag returns event page. Now let me return skip page from do end tag. Let me return skip page from do end tag. Okay. Let me try to execute this application again. Okay. What is this for? Sorry. I'm trying to execute this tag handler.java. Let me try to execute this JS page. So only before custom tag is executed. Is it executing after custom tag? So we have the content before custom tag as well as after custom tag. Is this content executed? No. Just because in the tag handler we have skip page. So that after the tag, whatever the content it is, it will be skipped. Now I have written the tag 3 times. I have written the tag 3 times. Now in this case, how many times the set page context method is executed? See, I have used the tag 3 times. HCO hello tag, HCO hello tag, and HCO hello tag. I have used the tag 3 times. Now in this case, okay, tell me how many times this tag handler is executed? How many times set page context is executed? Think once again. See here I am using hello tag 3 times and this is my tag handler. If this is the tag handler and I am using hello tag 3 times, how many times set page context is executed? 3 times? Think again. That's why I asked think again. This is my tag handler class and this custom tag is executed, is invoked 3 times. If this custom tag is invoked 3 times, how many times set page context is executed? Only once. Why only once? In the end tag we have skip page. Okay, first time, for the first time of hello tag invocation, it will come to the tag handler, it will execute set page context, set parent, do start tag and do end tag. In the do end tag what is written? Skip page is written. So after ending the first invocation, the remaining JSP page is skipped. So will it execute these 2 invocations? Huh? What does skip page mean? Skip page means that after ending this tag, the remaining JSP content execution should be skipped. Whatever the content it might be. It might be a HTML component or it might be the same tag or it might be another tag. Whatever the content of the JSP it might be. After ending the tag, the remaining content should be ignored. Understood? So, how many times set page context is executed? Only once. Okay? Now, let me clear the output. Okay? And let me refresh the browser. So, the browser is refreshed. How many times this set page context is executed? Only once. You should not call it as one time, only once. Okay, understood the reason why it is executed only once? Just because this hello tag invocation, for the first time when the hello tag is invoked, okay, it will come to the tag handler and it will execute all the methods, page context, set parent, do start tag and do end tag. After printing do end tag, it will come to the return statement and it returns skip page. If do end tag returns skip page, after the end tag, whatever the content of the JSP which might be, that will not be executed. It might be a HTML component or it might be a plain text or it might be even a same tag. The remaining content will be ignored. Understood? So, if the do end tag returns skip page, the remaining body content will be skipped. Whatever the body content it is. Sorry, the remaining JSP content will be skipped, whatever the content it is. Okay? And then okay, and the tag can have another attribute with the name body content. The tag can have another attribute with the name body content. Sorry, tag can have another child tag with the name body fn content. Body fn content is a child tag of a tag. Body content represents what is the content of that tag. What is the content of the body of the tag? Or what is the data that is valid in the body of the tag? The body content tells what is the data that is valid in the body of the tag. Okay? Now, the default body content is this description and body content. These two are not mandatory child tags of a tag. The mandatory child tags of a tag are name and tag class. Description is optional and body content is optional. Okay? The default value of description is empty. Sorry, empty means it's blank. Default value of description is blank. And the default value of body content is JSP. Default value of body content is JSP. Okay? And the values that are possible for body content are JSP, empty, tag dependent. Either in uppercase or lowercase, it's the same. Okay? These are the three possible values of body content. Body content can be either JSP or empty or tag dependent. And the default value of body content is JSP. Default value of body content is JSP. So, if you don't give any body content attribute, the default value is JSP. The default value of body content is JSP. That means, if you don't give this attribute, the default value of body content of a tag is JSP. Okay? If the body content is JSP, it means that the body of that tag can contain any content that is possible in a JSP page. Okay? The body content, if the body content is JSP, then the body of that tag contains any content that is possible in a JSP page. Either element or either input element or button or a form or anything. Anything that is possible in a JSP page can be written in the body of this tag. Okay? In the body of this tag, we can write any content that is possible in the JSP, like input type equal to something or something. Something which is possible in the JSP can be written in this body if the body content is JSP, which is default. Okay? So, if the body content is JSP, then any content that is possible in JSP page can be written in the body of tag. Okay? Any content that is possible in JSP can be written in the body of the tag. If it is empty, then body of the tag should be empty. Empty means it should not contain even a space. If the value is empty, then the body of the tag should be empty. That means it should not contain even a space. Tag dependent means okay, the body of this tag depends upon the parent. Tag dependent means depends upon the parent. If the parent is empty, even it should be. So if the parent is JSP, even it should be JSP. If the parent is JSP, even the child tag also should be JSP. Like that, tag dependent means it depends upon the parent. Okay, and the default value is JSP, so we can write any content. We can write any content in the body, it's valid. So we can write any content inside the body of the tag. Default value is JSP, but we can override the default value. We can override the default value, okay, in the TLD file. Now the body content by default it is JSP. So if we try to execute this tag, default value of body content is JSP. So if we try to execute this JSP page, it's not giving an error. Okay. Now let me give the body content as default value is JSP. So let me define a specific value. Either in uppercase or lowercase, we can give empty. Okay. Now the body content is supposed to be empty. Sorry. Body content is supposed to be empty. So now let me try to execute this. Ask for a restart. After a restart, it is giving some exception that according to TLD, the tag HCU and colon hello tag must be empty, but it is not empty in the JSP case. Understood? So, as per the TLD description or as per the TLD configuration, okay, the tag hello tag must be empty, but it is not empty in the JSP case. Understood? So, it should be empty in the JSP case, but it has some content in the body. Understood? So, let me make it empty. Let me make it empty. Okay. Now, is there any content in the body between starting and ending tag? Is there any content between starting and ending tag? No, it is empty now. Let me refresh this. So it is valid. Okay. Even if you give a single space, it's not valid. Let me give a space. I have given a space. Even this is invalid here. Okay. So in general, what we do is we don't write starting and ending tag for empty tags. If it is empty tag, we won't write starting and ending tag. Just because if it is empty tag, there is no use of having starting and ending tag. So if it is empty tag, we'll start and end the tag there itself. Okay. If it is an empty tag, then we start and end the tag there itself. Okay, this is the general standard that we follow. So if we start the tag and end the tag like this, there is no use. If there is a body in the tag, then we can start the tag and end the tag. Between starting and ending, we can write some body. But the body content is not valid here. Okay, since body content is not valid, there is no use of writing the starting and ending tag. So for ending tag, for empty tags in general, we start and end the tag there itself. Okay, this is the strategy that we follow for empty tags. Understood? Understood how the body content will make the difference? Okay, and then the next concept is, okay, defining attributes for custom tags. Defining attributes for custom tags. We'll discuss eval body, include and skip body while discussing about the body tags. Right now we are discussing about very simple tags. When we discuss about the body or how to handle the body of a custom tag, there we will discuss eval body, include and skip body. Okay. So the next concept is how to define attributes inside a custom tag. Now if you go for useBin tag has two attributes, some of the attributes like ID, class, scope. Okay. Now how we can define some attributes like this even for our tag? How we can define some attributes like this even for our custom tag? Okay. If you want to define attributes, okay, first modify the tag handler so that attributes exist as attributes in the tag handler. Let's consider like I want to develop two attributes in the class, in the tag. In the hello tag, I want to develop two attributes. Okay, one is ID, message. I want to develop these two attributes inside the hello tag. ID of type int, message of type string. Understood my requirement? I want to develop two attributes inside the hello tag, the custom tag hello tag. Okay, and those attributes should be ID, which is of type int, message, which is of type string. Okay, so now let me develop those attributes inside the tag handler. All the attributes that we want to develop for a custom tag should exist in the tag handler. So in general, we represent it as a wrapper class. Okay. Now let me generate setters and getters for this. For ID as well as message. So for each and every attribute that we want to define inside the tag, inside the custom tag, okay, the corresponding attribute should exist in the tag handler class. Okay, let me write system.out.println. Get ID. I'm writing system.out.println. Get ID. System.out.println. Set ID. Get message. So I have written system in all the methods. Set as now, if you want to define some attributes in a custom tag, okay, all those attributes should exist as attributes in the tag handler with the same data type. Okay, this is the first step. And the second step is register the attributes in the TLD file. How we can register attributes of a tag in a TLD file means using a tag named attribute. Using a tag attribute. Okay. The attribute tag has different child tags. One is the name of the attribute. What is the name of the attribute? How many attributes are there? There are 2 attributes. Let me define the first attribute. The name of the attribute is ID. Name of the attribute is ID. Okay, and type. What is the type of the attribute? What is the type of the attribute? Integer. So, we should give the class along with the package structure. Java dot lang dot integer. Okay, and these are the 2 mandatory attributes. Okay, ID and type. Okay, and now these are the now there is another attribute, the attribute with the name message. So let me define the attribute. Okay, attribute. Inside the attribute we have name. Name is message. Okay, and what is the type? Java dot lang dot string. Okay, now I have developed this. I have developed the attributes and I have registered the attributes inside the tag of TLD file. Okay, now if you see here, hello tag has 2 attributes, ID and message. Okay, now can I execute this hello tag without those attributes? I have defined some attributes. Okay, now I am trying to execute a tag. Now let me consider that I am not defining the class tag inside the use bin, or let me not define the ID tag inside the use bin. If I don't define the ID tag inside the use bin, it is telling that missing the required attribute ID. Okay. Now, if I'm not using, or if I'm not giving any values to ID or name, if I'm not giving any values to ID or message, is it displaying error? Is it displaying error if I don't use ID or message? No. That means by default the attribute is mandatory or not? By default the attribute of a custom tag, is it mandatory or not? Understood my question? By default, is the attribute of a custom tag mandatory or not? No, it's not mandatory. Even if we are not defining the attributes, it is not giving any error. So let me try to execute this application. Execute this. It will be executed perfectly. It's executed perfectly, even though we are not giving any attributes. But for use bin, the ID attribute is mandatory. For use bin, ID attribute is mandatory. So if you don't give any ID, it will give error. Okay. Now let me refresh the page. So it is telling that Manager attribute is missing. ID is missing. Okay. How we can do the same configuration even for our ID tag? Okay. How we can do the same configuration even for ID tag? Okay. Let us see. Okay. If you, by default, attribute is not mandatory. By default, the attribute of a custom tag is not mandatory in the tag invocation. Understood? By default, attribute of a custom tag is not mandatory in the tag invocation. Okay? But if you want to make the tag if you want to make that attribute mandatory in the tag invocation, then there will be a tag name required. By default, the required flag will be false. So that the attribute is not required or the attribute is not mandatory in the tag invocation. We need to change the value to true to make it a mandatory attribute. To make it a mandatory attribute, the required flag will be the required flag should be true. By default, it will be false. Okay? So now what is doing? Missing the required attribute ID. It is giving error now, missing the required attribute ID. Just because ID is mandatory now. Now if we try to execute this application, even it tells the same. According to ELJ file, attribute ID is mandatory for tag hello tag. So just because in the tag TLD configuration, the TLD configuration we have given in such a way that ID is a mandatory attribute. Now let me give the ID. Let me give the ID. Give the value to ID. Now will it give any error? No, just because ID is mandatory, even though we have message is not mandatory. So we try to execute, it's perfectly executed and the response is printed in the browser. Understood? So by default, the attribute in a tag or the attribute defined in the TLD file is not mandatory. If you want to make the attribute mandatory in the tag invocation, we should make use of the required tag in the attribute. The required tag will make the required tag, the value is true. Okay, the value is true for required, then that attribute is mandatory for that tag invocation. Let me make required as true even for message. Sorry. Required as true even for message. Now we see here. Let me refresh this. Now required is true even for message. Now let me refresh. As per the TLD file, attribute message is mandatory for hello tag. So let me refresh this. So you go for control space. If some did you observe this yellow ball? Okay. In Eclipse, if this yellow ball appears, means if this yellow ball appears for for any attribute, means that attribute is mandatory. If this yellow ball appears for any attribute in Eclipse, then that attribute is mandatory. Okay. So the mandatory attribute is telling that the mandatory attribute message is missing. So let me give the message. Hello from attribute. Let me clear the console. Okay, and let me try to execute this. Okay, this is executed, and see the order of execution. How the order of execution is? Just observe the order of execution here. First set page context, set parent, then which method is executed? After set page context and set parent, let me copy them here. First set page context, set parent, then set ID and set message. The set ID and set message are setter methods of attributes. That means first set page context, set parent, then setter methods of all the attributes, and then do start tag and do end tag will be executed. So if there are attributes in a custom tag, then the tag lifecycle will change. The sequence of methods execution will change. Okay, there is no attribute. Now let me comment out the attributes. If you comment out the attributes, I have commented the attributes and I am not giving the attributes. Okay, you don't give the attributes. Let me try to run in a server. So set page context, set parent, do start tag and do end tag. Now this is the order of execution. This is the order of execution if there is no attribute. If there are attributes, then set page context, set parent, then setter methods of all the attributes. Set page context, set parent, setter methods of all the attributes, then do start tag and do end tag. Okay, this is how the execution is. There are attributes inside a custom tag. Now let me revert that. Okay, now let me try to execute the application. So we try to execute the application. Last for a restart. Let me restart the server. So set page context, set parent, setter methods of all the attributes, do start tag and do end tag. Now here message is attribute which is mandatory inside the hello tag. Just because we have given the required as true. Let me not give the required as true, so that is it mandatory? We may or may not give. And let me not give the value. Let me not use this message in the tag. Now we have used only ID attribute in the tag. Okay, let me try to execute this. Search for a server restart. Let's restart the server. And the server is restarted. Let's see what is there in the console. Set page context, set parent, set ID. Is the setter method of message executed? Is set message executed? No, just because we have used only ID attribute inside the tag. Okay, if there are 10 attributes, okay, all the setter methods of all the 10 attributes will not be executed. The setter methods of the attributes that are used in the custom tag will be executed. Okay, there are 10, if there are multiple attributes, okay, not all the setter methods of all the attributes are not executed. Setter methods of all the attributes are not executed when the custom tag is invoked. When the custom tag is invoked, the setter methods of the attributes that are listed in the invocation will be executed. Understood? Let me invoke this custom tag twice. ID 200. Message is equal to okay. Now let me try to refresh the browser. Browser is refreshed. See, set page context, set parent. Let me, since the tag handler is executing skip body, it is written on skip page. It's not executing the remaining JSP page contents. Let me remake it to return eval page. Okay, so that the remaining JSP content also will be executed. So let me run it as run on server so that it will ask for a restart. Let me restart that. So you see here. So in the first invocation, let me clear this. Let me refresh the browser. So set page context, set parent, set ID, do start tag and do end tag. Again set page context, set parent, set ID and set message is also executed for the second invocation. Just because for the second invocation we have given the attribute event, we have given the attribute message. For the first invocation, is it executing set message? No, just because only ID attribute is used in the first invocation. So only set ID is executed. But for the second invocation, set ID as well as set message, both the methods are executed. Understood? This is how it will be. This is how custom tags work. This is how the attributes of the custom tags work. Okay? Now, let me define some attribute using some expression. Okay? This is a message. Okay, I have defined the attribute with the name str. So since it is a declaration, it will go to the global portion of the servlet, and it is an attribute with the name str. Okay. Now, how we can make use of this str as a value in the message? How we can make use of this str here? How we can make use of str here? Okay, to this message I need to give this value. I need to give this value to this message. This is a message, but the value is stored in a attribute. Then how I can assign the attribute value to this message? Using a expression. So percentage equal to str. So using expression, okay, we can assign this value. So the value inside str will go to this message. What is the value inside str? This is a message. We go to this message. Understood? So let me refresh this. Let me run it as run server. What is this thing? According to TLD, the attribute directive of the directive in the directive file, attribute message doesn't accept any expressions. Okay? By default, attribute will not accept any expressions. By default, attribute will not accept any expressions. By default, the attribute is not mandatory, and by default, the attribute will not accept any expressions. Any attribute, whether it is a required attribute or not, any attribute will not accept expressions by default. Attribute in a custom tag will not accept expressions by default. Attribute of a custom tag will not accept expressions by default. Attributes of a custom tag will not accept expressions by default. So, if you want to make the attribute to accept even expressions, we need to do some configuration. Okay? To make the attribute to accept even expressions, we need to do some configurations in the TLD file. What is the configuration means? In the attribute tag, there is another child tag with the name RTXPR value. The default value of RTXPR value is false. RTEXPR value means runtime expression value. It's a short form. RT means runtime, EXPR means expression, value is value. Runtime expression value. So, whether it accepts runtime expression values or not. Whether it accepts expressions or not. Okay? So, the default value of RTXPR value is false. So, by default, attribute of a custom tag will not accept runtime expressions. Okay? Now, let me make it true. Let me make it true for message. Let me make it true for message. Let me make it true for the message attribute. Now, will ID accept runtime expressions? Now, will ID accept runtime expressions? Will ID accept runtime expressions? No, just because default value is false. So, only name accepts runtime expressions. So, in this case, we try to execute this. Perfectly executed. Just because we have given runtime expressions to name, so to message, and that message is capable of accepting runtime expressions. Now let me give runtime expressions to ID. Let me give runtime expressions to ID. Okay. Now let me refresh the page. It's giving an exception telling that okay, the attribute ID doesn't accept any expressions. So if I give the RTXPR value as true inside TLD file, okay, it will accept runtime expressions. Understood? Okay, this is how attributes can be defined inside a TLD file. Okay. Okay. This will end the attributes of a element. And in general, we won't implement the tag interface to develop a tag handler. Okay. There are inbuilt classes to implement tag handler. Okay. Those inbuilt classes will extend to those inbuilt classes. Like simple tag support. So, if you make use of this simple tag support, we need not to override all these methods. We need not to override set page context, set parent, get parent, do start tag. Whatever the methods that are required, we can override only those methods. Understood? Whatever the methods that are required, we can override only those methods. Okay? So now we are overriding only do start tag and do end tag. So in general, we won't use the tag interface. For better explanation how the flow will go, I have given a demonstration using tag interface. But for a simple tag, for an empty tag, we make use of a predefined tag handler, which is simple tag support. We extend to simple tag support and we override the required business methods. Either do start tag or do end tag, whatever the methods that we want to override, we will override those methods. Okay? Understood? Okay? This is how we develop a custom tag in general. We won't implement with tag interface in general in real-time scenarios. If you want to develop a tag which is an empty tag, okay, just we extend to simple tag support. And whatever the methods that we want to override, we override those methods. We need not to go concentrate on set page context, set parent, get parent, all these methods. We need not concentrate on all these methods. If you want to execute some logic on the starting of the tag, we override only do start tag. If you want to write any business logic at the ending of the tag, we override only do end tag. Okay? Like that, we override only specific methods if we extend to simple tag support. In general, we do the custom tag development using simple tag support only. But why I have used tag interface means you should learn or you should know how the flow will go. Okay? From set page, context, set parent and all. For that reason, I have discussed the tag interface, but in general, we make use of simple tag support, which is a predefined tag handler, and we extend our custom tag handler with the predefined tag handler. Okay? Which has all the implementations. But if you want to write our own business logic at starting of the tag, we override do start tag. If you want to write our own business logic at the ending of the tag, we override do end tag. Understood? This is how it will be. Okay? Let's wind up the class. In the next session, we'll discuss how we can execute the same tag multiple times. Okay? And then we'll see how we can execute the body of the tag. Okay? We'll see that later on. We'll see that in the next session. Next session will be 7 to 8:30 in the morning. Okay? But try to practice these things as many times as possible. Okay? At the same time, just don't forget to revise your earlier concepts. Make time. Okay? This 1 month of time will decide how you will be in the next future. If you strive hard or if you work hard for this 1 month, if you practice, if you revise, okay, and if you speak to yourself, if you explain yourself, and if you explain to your friends, and if you discuss with your friends, take some mock interviews with one another. Okay? If there are two guys, just one person can ask question to another person should reply, and one person can ask to another person, and other person should reply him. So take some mock interviews yourself. Okay, it will be helpful to you. Okay, so practice well. Okay, work hard for this month. Not only for this month, until you get a job. After this month, you will be eligible to put some 3 years experience. But you want to put some kind of experience, okay, you should have that ability. Okay, so practice well. We'll discuss the remaining things in the next session.